Welcome to New Generation Mentoring with Drs. Moses Toffa and Rejoice Makauze. We are a mentoring program that is dedicated to mentor society, especially children, with the goal to take them back to the path of morality and godliness. Our motto is back to morality, back to God. Now, today I'm proceeding talking about bullying and other painful situations that we face in life that may force some of us to consider committing suicide. My objective is to show you that taking your own life is something that is not good in the eyes of God. Now, today I'm going to give examples of those people who committed suicide in the Bible. In the last video, I gave examples of believers who faced difficult situations in life and they desired no more to live. And they said, God, take away my life, for it is better for me to die than to live. But they did not commit suicide. We talked about Jonah, we talked about Elijah, we talked about Moses, and we talked about Job. Now, I want to show you the people who committed suicide in the Bible. Let's start with Saul, who was the king of Israel. 1 Samuel chapter 31 verse 4. Therefore Saul took a sword and fell upon it. Now 1 Chronicles chapter 10 verse 13 says that, so Saul died for his transgression which he committed against the Lord. So I want you to know that Saul committed suicide because of the sins that he committed against God, which means that it was a wrong thing for him to commit those sins. These are the sins that made God to allow him to commit suicide as a way of punishing him, which means that committing suicide is not a good thing. Saul was a case, the king of Israel. Ahithophel committed suicide. Let's read 2 Samuel chapter 17 verse 23. And when Ahithophel saw that his counsel was not followed, he saddled his ass and rose and get him home to his house, to his city, and put his house in order, and hanged himself and died. Remember that Ahithophel had actually rose against David. And David prayed to God and say, turn the counsel of Ahithophel into foolishness. So when Absalom rejected his counsel because of the workings of God, he considered it a shameful thing, and then he hanged himself as a punishment from God for rebelling against the servant of God, David, in support of Absalom. So all these scriptures are showing us that committing suicide is a curse. It is not a good thing. You might be at the verge of committing suicide, but I can assure you that it is a good thing. By the time we get to the end of these clips, you will realize comprehensively why it is not a good thing. Now let's go to Zimri, who also committed suicide. In 1 Kings chapter 16, verse 18 to 19. And it came to pass, when Zimri saw that the city was taken, that he went into the palace of the king's house and burned the king's house over with fire and died. For his sins which he sinned in doing evil in the sight of the Lord. So you see again that just like Saul, he also killed himself. We are talking about Zimri because of the sins that he had committed. So it was a curse coming upon him. So I'm showing you that do not commit suicide. There is an exception in the Bible of Samson, who pulled the pillars of that building and he died together with the Philistines. Someone may say, so Samson committed suicide. Samson was a Nazarite. A Nazarite is somebody who is born for a specific purpose to serve God. A Nazarite has no plans of his or herself about life. So Samson's role was to destroy the Philistines, which represented the kingdom of darkness. So when he died there, that was a fulfillment of his mission, God-given assignment to destroy the Philistines. as the angel told his father and mother when the angel told them about the birth of Samson and how they were supposed to conduct themselves, because a Nazarite is a very special person in the scriptures. That's why he is mentioned in Hebrews chapter 11 as one of the heroes of faith. So my brother, my sister, it is not a good thing to commit suicide. New Generation Mentoring with Drs. Moses Toffa and Rejoice Makauze. May God bless you.